Okay. So I just need to explain what we did before the tribute page certification to lead up to that. So it was the CSS box model Rothko painting was the first one, and that was this. So I already have the console up. Let me just close that. Oops. There we go. So this was it. I didn't know who Rothko was. I knew it was some sort of artist or something. The guy said it was like a CSS painting we were doing. So this was one of his, I guess, bigger ones. So I think that they did a pretty good job. Not bad. So we're going to go through, explain what everything is on this, and pretty much what they were teaching through it. So let's go to elements, bring this up. And so it started off teaching the margin border padding. So broke it down. As you can see here, there wasn't much HTML, it was mostly CSS stuff. And right here, so we broke it down into the frame, and that's what the frame is here. Excuse me. And so went through, explained the margin, the border, the padding, and as you can see, sort of did different styles on them, just so that it could really make an actual frame. And those are right here, the frame. So we got the border right here, 50 pixels, solid black. Obviously you can change different things right here, but I want to leave it. So width of the entire thing here, 500 frame. And so that should add up, right? 50, 50, 100 on either side, that's 200. Yeah, and then we got this inside as well, so that makes sense. And then the padding of 50 as well, so that we can have a nice little border around the painting. And then this is the actual canvas, which we have is 500 pixels, the height of 600 pixels, the background color, which is this right here. We'll get all over that in just a few minutes. But here we broke it down inside the div for the canvas. Here's the first one, second one, third one, which we've got all of these right here. So we've changed the width of each of these. Let's actually select them so you can see what the border and everything is. So here's the actual container itself that we were messing around with. And then we got some padding and border around it, and then just set the padding and border to zeros by default, and then added a 20 margin so that we have something around it. And then the border radius is to round out the corners here, just like that. If you change it, like we got border radius here as well, so then that's the top corners, I believe, and then this one and this one and then this one and this one, I believe, if I remember correctly. Let me just make sure. Let's go. Oops. Oh I didn't I need to do the terminal again, my bad. There we go. Get rid of that. And so where was that? Right here. So let's go make an extreme change of 5 pixels. Oh, that was on 2. What am I doing? original was 8. Crank it up to 20 just to see. Yeah, see right there, you saw that right there, and we'll sticks back out. Put it back. Yeah, it's these two, so it's like an X when it comes to the border radius. This and this, this and this, or you can go specifically into this one is X, this one is Y, this one's Z. So, but I'm going to put that back to the original 8. Save it. Transform, rotate. So that's why if you actually look at the console elements, click this, computed, you can see clearly. I'm pointing, but you of course can't see. So right along here, slowly gets, the gap increases in between number 1 and 2. That's what the rotate is. So -6 degrees. This one's rotated 4 degrees. So it gets really close right here. And as you can see, just slightly apart from it right there. Of course, the blur, if I just do this, the blur on 1 and 2 kind of go down. But we also have blur on other things, so it still stays a little blurry. Right there, 2 pixels. And so you can blur by X amount of pixels and make it blurrier and blurrier. Let's try like 10. Look at that. Which, I mean, it actually did look a little bit better, didn't it? Let's go 5. Blurred it out a little bit more, makes it maybe yeah, I actually like that a little bit better. And then just like this, you just make different shapes with the border radius. Got a little box shadow on number 3 here, like that. Of course, we can box shadow. We can make it a little deeper, can't we? Yeah. There you go. I actually like that. That's pretty good. So that one was pretty simple. Mostly learning about the margin border padding, how it works, border radius, and the box shadow. I think that was our first introduction in this to box shadow. So yeah, let me just pull up the next one. I'm going to just take 1 second. Okay, so we're doing CSS Flexbox, the photo gallery, which is all kitty cats. So with this one, wasn't much HTML at all. It was just pulling in the images with the source from the freeCodeCamp curriculum. So yeah, it was mostly focusing on the Flexbox. So box sizing, border box. As you can see here, specifies the behavior of the width and height properties. So both of them, and that's obviously to make the whole container. The body didn't really do too much, just font family stuff. Header, text align, text transform to uppercase. So that was a newer one here. As you can see in this, we kept this lowercase. The CSS Flexbox photo gallery used this so that the entire thing here is uppercase. There is other ones, obviously, you can do just capitalize. Just changes it to capital, but bang, there. Changed around some border stuff, but we already all know that. Display, here we go, flex. So you want to set it to a flex display. This is the gallery, so this actual container here is the gallery. And so we got it set to flex with flex direction in row. So it's going this way, which the reason, let me just show this. You can change this to column, save it, and as you can see, but of course, since we don't have a max height, if we threw that in there, it would wrap around, but we don't have a max height. I'm not going to add that. I think you'll be able to figure that out, that what I mean. And row, of course, you can do row reverse. And now it just does the reverse row. So, again, boom, save that, and then flex wrap. That's the reason that it actually does this into that direction. If we get rid of that, with just a little bit of a comment, save it. Now look how ugly that is, huh? Look at that. And that uses the full images there. Instead of doing the stretch, object fit. But the align items as well, and justify content here. Let's just save here. So justify content is along the horizontal axis, or axis, sorry. And the align items aligns them down the center, like that. Or I guess this one, it sits along this line, to put it better. Justify content is the line which it sits along here, or in the middle, and then the align items is where it sits along here, on here. So let's say get rid of justify content, it's going to shift over to the left over here, just like that, because this is the line it sits. Of course, you can change that from center. You could even make it sit on the right. Make it back to center. Align items here, get rid of that. It's not going to really do much. You're not going to notice too much. Boom. But if we get rid of that and we do align items, I believe it's end. Maybe it's, whoop. There we go. Maybe it is, can't remember these ones. It's line items, flex end. Yeah, so now they're down at the bottom of each of their own little containers. So we're just gonna boom, 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 boom. Back to center. There we go. Gap. So this is this little gap in between each of these items is 16 pixels. So if you can't tell what I'm talking about, let's take that. We're going to bring it down to, say, 5 pixels. There you go. You see them shrink in there. Look at that. So the gap is pretty good, especially if you're doing a photo gallery or something like that. Just going to take a quick little... and back to 16 pixels. I like 16 pixels. Then we got a max width of 1400 pixels. So opening up like this, max width for the gallery will be 1400 pixels. Whoop. Let's put that back to here. And then margin padding, of course we know that. The object fits the cover. So as you can see, kind of distorts the image because it's trying to use the whole image. So instead of distorting the image, it's just going to fit everything out so that it doesn't stretch or distort the image at all or squish the image. Get rid of that and save it just like that. So yeah, you saw everything there. And then some more, the after. So after is after the gallery. we've got a width of 350 pixels. Can't really show it right now. Go to the top, close this. It's not really showing very well, but either way, we got that. And then the content is the content of it, which is nothing. So you can also do before. As you can see, this little gap right here is what it is. So if we save it, now the gap. Oh, gap's gone, so it centers that, but we didn't want that. We wanted in or after. That's fine. Boom. So this little square right there. So you can do that before or after. If we did it before and after, it would probably look one space there, one space there. If you wanted to make some cool little, you could change these into different galleries, 2, 3, add in some shapes and stuff in between them. Look pretty neat, actually. Maybe I will do that another time, but not right now. I'm just going through to try to explain all this. And so, yeah, I think that's the photo gallery for Flexbox. There's a lot to do with Flexbox. Way more than just what we did here with like the wrap and stuff. That's probably the main ones you're ever going to use. The justify content, align items, display flex direction. So, yeah, we'll move on to the next project. Okay, so the next one on this is the typography. So learning typography by building a nutrition label. Lots of CSS in this one, lots of IDs. It was good, and then lots of CSS as well to go along with it. So I don't know if I explained this, which I'll get to in just a sec, I guess. So this is what we built, just a little nutrition label, just like you see on the back of everything, anywhere. Was not too complicated other than just all the stuff you have to do. And especially on freeCodeCamp's little coder. I don't like that, but it's okay. It works. That's the main thing, right? So yeah, we broke it down. We'll see here. This is the entire thing. Margin, border, padding, barely anything. Just a little border. Mostly the canvas that we're going to be working with. And the header, of course, is this. Oh. So everything is inside of the one body, but then this is the header. You got the H1, you've got the little divider in between here. Can't really select it, but that thing is actually the divider, as you can see right here. And we're going to be seeing all of these dividers all the way through, each of them with a different extra class, most of them. So there's the default divider, this one, medium, large. So these are the large ones right there. Medium, large, medium, and then these are the regular little ones. All in between these. So tons of those all the way through. Some different things that we did through here too. Like I said, doing the extra class on here, which is because when you come into here, we're going to have things like, where is it? Daily value, P, not, no divider, So where's the no divider? We got other, sorry. That'll be like this, bold right, no divider, daily value, something like this, because we come in with the total fat span, which has the top. So, or sorry, because we throw in the actual divider here itself, we want to put into the no dividers. So any of the ones that are under the daily value P that aren't no divider, get the 1 pixel solid with that for the border bottom, making it a pretty uniform color all the way through. Then again, we've got anything new along here? Not really CSS wise, nothing new. It's just sort of how we did everything, putting in multiples, header and the H1s having these. This is for everything, literally everything. Box sizing, border box. And so this is all border box rather. This is anything in the HTML, anything in the body. Dot labels, so anything with the ID of label. Where are they? Yeah, there's a few different things. And they got header and H1. Hold on, where's the header? Header and the H1 right there. Just regular letter spacing, so this one is a little different. The letter spacing is just the spacing in between these, so if we put that at 0, so instead, boom, changes a tiny bit, obviously not too much. Let's see, justify content, space between, so this is so that we have in between space on anything that's in the P. So like the whole P itself, as you can see here, we've got cholesterol 0 milligrams, 0%, all in that one P. So everything in that P will have space in between each of them. And then the cholesterol gets the class bold, so then that gets bolded. Boom. This does not, but that's all in the same span. Because it's in the same span, they get to sit on the same side, so we can have space in between the span and the 0% here, which is also its own span. So in between each of these on that line, we'll have the space in between. And then again, this is just my way going through, explaining it so that I can get it in my own head, as well as teach me to actually explain my code in the future. There we go. What I was talking about last time, flex and align items. That's for the calories info. Where's calories info? Right here. So yeah, right there. So you want it to sit at the flex end. Because if we don't, it sits right up. You see that? The 230. Yeah, this one wasn't, I feel like it was just mostly to test out, again, some more of the justify content, adding in so many borders, controlling the borders for making it look a certain way, changing font sizes, right, REM, so this is a little confusing still. I know it's a font size, and this is like in relation to the parent elements font size. So .note we've got right here. So .note, its parent element is everything. Like it's the whole label itself. And I believe we set label to, I don't even know, where's the font size? The whole HTML, 16 pixels. And so this will be like 0.6. So it's 60% of 60 pixels, which is what, like 10, 9 and something, 9 and a bit. Yeah, I think that's something to keep in mind. Because if we get rid of that and then save it, you see it jumps right up into the same as up here. And I believe this stuff right here too, we changed font size 2.4 EM. EM is still can't explain it the best. This one, let's see. And it should just be 16, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is what it was changing. Sorry, the calorie info span. I'm an idiot. So 2.4. So yeah, this is 16 times 2.4. So what's that, like 40 instead? A little less. 30 something. Yeah. 30 something. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Font weight, which I don't know if we've done before, but that's just to bold it, make it thicker. I guess I can show that too. Just like that. And so yeah, that one again, not too hard. It was just mostly getting all of this. You can see how many different classes were in each of these bad boys. Dividers, all the different dividers with the large, the medium, the no indent dividers, with the indent dividers. So yeah, indent, again, another class you throw in here. I don't believe we did anything on the indent for the CSS, right? No. Indent just does its own thing and indents the line, as you can see. So, yeah, that was that project. Again, it wasn't too complicated. It was just teaching some more things to do with the classes and a little more Flexbox stuff. So, yeah, let's go on to the last one. Okay, so we're gonna learn the accessibility by building a quiz, which quite a bit of stuff. This is the quiz. We've got a logo, heading. We've got some nav that you can scroll, things to type your name. You got to put in your email, your actual date of birth, so it pops up with this. Setting up questionnaire like this, as you can see. And so this is, this is all the CSS, quite a bit, lot of HTML as well. So getting a little longer. It's not a lot, of course. It's only like a little bit of code, but at the same point, like compared to what we've been doing, quite a bit. And so, as you can see, we got different sections. We've got the form, so we're working with forms again. We've got a lot of different classes we have to work with. We do double up on a lot of them, but let me just go into the styles, pull it up here. And so Body, we know how to do all this. Font families, Helvetica, which we could put a secondary one. Header right here. So we got the width, the full width is 100%. We've got the height and everything. More flex space in between each of these in the header. Aligning the items into the center. The position, we've got it fixed. And then let me see here. Aspect ratio, again, I don't really, it's a little weird. Can't really show it unless I get rid of everything, but it's because at the beginning the logo itself is absolutely massive, and so we did that to fit in and not get squished, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Padding, of course, it's taken from the parent, so 40% of the padding of the parent element. And then this is new as well. So this one is if you want the unordered list of the navigation, which is these, the ones that scroll. So you want the unordered list items of the nav, all of these. But then instead of, since you don't want to affect the container with the rest of this stuff, you go the list items themselves of that unordered list in the navigation and change those to like display block and everything like that. And then even further on that, you want to be able to hover over them and have these change and highlight. And so that's what the hover is for. Changing the background color, the color of the text. And then also, if you notice, the cursor changes to a little pointer finger with cursor pointer. And then further into that, the anchor items that are attached to a list item will inherit their parent element color for the text. And then the text direction, I think that's just or decoration. The text decoration, if I remember correctly. I'm going to get rid of this. I think it's going to have underscores under these. And save. Yes, so by default it will have those. Bring that back. There we go. So then you want to get rid of those by going into text decoration and changing it to none. Nothing new there, nothing new there. Using multiple ID selectors or name selectors, whatever. What do we call them? Class selectors rather. Or these are element selectors. The class selector has this. And so selecting these elements, changing these. This one, where is it? I know there's one around here we haven't done before. Of course. You can even use the before an element like this, so any H3 before it, you add the question. If I get rid of that, see there, changes the 1 and the 2, and then there we go. Save it again. Answers list style none. That's again, these right here are by default, so you do have to actually change a list because it'll just list them off like that and leave these bullet points, which you don't always want to leave. You might want to leave sometimes, but not always. Save that. Trying to see something else that we haven't done. This is for a reader, for blind people, I believe, something like that. I can't, it explains it, so we'll actually go into here. There we go. So the SR only necessary cookies only, please. Means the content is visible only to screen readers, meaning things for the blind, I believe. And so those ones are things like when it is going to read the index, where is it? Something like this, like that, I believe. Then it, if I'm correct, I could be completely wrong. No, I think I'm right. So it can read those better, I think. So like it doesn't, it has to say question 1. I don't know. I'll have to look a little more into it, but still learning. I think that's what it's for, though. And yeah, I think that's it. White space, no wrap. What does that do again? Yeah, so I think that's everything. And that's what led us into doing this stream for the tribute page. So yeah, that is all of them. I think this is what I'm going to do from going forward, is do like these, and then do one of these for the video, sorry, and then do this as the live stream. And so do these tomorrow, this live stream on Wednesday. So, all right, that is it. Peace up.